Bonsoir tout le monde, comment ça va? Vous allez bien? Oui? J'espère que oui, I hope so. Moi, ça va assez bien. Ça pourrait aller mieux. It could be going better. Pourquoi? Why? Parce que moi, je suis malade. Oui, je suis assez malade depuis dimanche. Donc, dimanche, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi. Donc, je suis malade depuis 5 jours. Been sick for 5 days. Depuis means since. Depuis dimanche matin. Since Sunday morning. Oui, donc je suis désolée pour le retard. I'm sorry for the delay. I'm sorry for the video being late, but I haven't been very well. Donc, voici la 10e vidéo. This is the 10th video. Vidéo 10. Et aujourd'hui, c'est jeudi. C'est jeudi I'm just looking at my computer screen. C'est le 29 mars 2018. Le 29, le 29th March 2018. 2018, so that's the date. 2018, l'année, okay, c'est l'année, cette année, this year. So, pourquoi j'ai la guitare? Alors, parce que je vais commencer avec une chanson. Okay, I'm going to start with a song. Je vais commencer, I'm going to start, avec une chanson. With a song, oui. It's a song that you would have heard for your homework a few weeks ago. Il y a quelques semaines. Il y a 2 semaines, I think, je crois. So, what I've emailed you since our lesson, which was actually last week, the last lesson we had together was last week. So you had the week before the words of this song, and a gap fill exercise, and ici, les mots qui manquent, so the words that are missing. Et ici ensemble, c'est les paroles de la chanson. Les paroles de la chanson means the lyrics of the song lyrics. So you'll have that to hand, but I've also since sent you the copy with the gaps filled in. So here's our little song for you. Let's see if I remember the chords. Excuse-moi. Allez. Dites-moi pourquoi la vie est belle. Dites-moi pourquoi la vie est gaie. Dites-moi pourquoi, chère mademoiselle, est-ce que parce que vous m'aimez? Middle of the statement. Encore une fois? One more time? D'accord, je répète. I'll repeat it. Dites-moi pourquoi la vie est belle. Dites-moi pourquoi la vie est gaie. Dites-moi pourquoi, chère mademoiselle, est-ce que parce que vous m'aimez? It's a cute little song, isn't it? Merci beaucoup. Okay, assez, that's enough of that. Let's put that guitar out of the way, shall we? Just ici, just put it there at the the shot. So, oui, je sais, I know, je porte un chapeau bleu. I know I'm wearing a hat, mais j'ai une raison. It's because j'ai froid et j'ai chaud en même temps. Okay, so at the moment I'm hot and cold. Because j'ai de la fièvre. J'ai de la fièvre. I've got a fever. So yeah, I'll take off the scarf, but I'm going to leave my hat on and keep me warm, okay? Alors, c'est bien, c'est bien. So what did we do in our lesson last week? Okay, so we started off with a game. So, au début, at the beginning, I gave you, I put you in two teams, deux équipes. And I asked you to pick some tiles. So I think I asked you to get half of the tiles and then pick which ones you're going to use yourself. So choisissez les carrés, right? So I gave you this word carré, which actually means square. So choisissez les carrés means choose the tiles. So you would have seen, I think, from the week 9, la semaine 9, ou la semaine 8, somewhere you would have seen, oh oui, there it is. You would have had verb tables for IR verbs. So you would have seen, if you read that, the verb choisir, which is a regular IR verb. It's got IR at the end of the infinitive form. And choisissez is the vous form. Okay, it's got an EZ at the end. Choisissez. Choisissez les carrés. So choose the tiles. Et puis, and then, what should I ask? I gave you some time. I think it was like 3 minutes, 3 minutes maybe, pour faire les mots français, les mots le plus long possible. So words that are as long as possible en français. Okay, so we had some really good ones. So the team that was à droite, the team on my right, had beaucoup. That's a really good word. That was an 8. Beaucoup. Oui, très bien. Means a lot or many. But the team on my left, à gauche, found some very interesting words. So I think the longest one was a 10-letter word, un mot de 10 lettres, 10 letters, irlandaise. Irlandaise. In fact, I'm just going to write it. And we'll check the number of letters. Il y a combien de lettres? Donc, irlandaise. Comment ça s'écrit, irlandaise? Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Qu'est-ce que c'est en anglais, irlandaise? What does it mean? What is it in English? And how is it written? Irlandaise. So it's a nationality. It describes a female person or a female noun that is Irish. Okay, so comment ça s'écrit? How is it written? Ça s'écrit comme ça. It's written like this. O, I, oui, you see that? I, R, L, A, N, D, A, I, S. Now, before I put the final letter on, this would be pronounced irlandais. Irlandais. If you're a man and you're saying you're Irish, you would say je suis irlandais. Okay? But if you're a lady, you would say je suis irlandaise. Aise. So it changes the E at the end to aise. Irlandaise. Il y a combien de lettres dans ce mot? How many letters are there in this word? Let's count together. Oui, je compte, I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Il y a 10 lettres, ou il y a 10 lettres dans ce mot, in this word, mot, word. Oh, bravo. So, well done for finding that nice long word in amongst your squares, les carrés. I wanted to mention something which, I mean, it's not really surprising that you give people some letters, you ask them to find words, someone will come up with a naughty French word. So I didn't actually teach this word, but I'll show you what it was that someone found, someone who shan't be named. Here's the word, right? It made me laugh, right? So, you can look that word up if you want to know what it means. It can be used as an exclamation. Technically speaking, it's a noun. Okay, so I won't tell you what that means, but you can go and look for it yourself. And it kind of set the tone for the lesson, actually, so we had a bit of fun, basically. So, merci beaucoup pour jouer. Thank you very much for playing, guys. That was fun. So, let's have a look. I have the lesson handout here, which gives instructions, actually, and it also gives you a little noughts and crosses thing, which we use. We'll look at that later. So, yes, we played a game, un jeu, see that bit at the top, it says un jeu, Hopefully you can see it. Anyway, it's spelled J-U-E. That means a game. Missing words. Ah, yes. Okay, so for this we're going to need my flipboard, flip chart. Allez ici, plus proche, plus près, comme ça. Oui, ok. And we're just going to zoom in. Nous allons aller plus proche, ou plus près. Proche and près are very similar words. They mean sort of near or close. So, alors, plus près, comme ça, oui. C'est clair? Vous voyez bien? You see that okay? Oui? Okay, oui. Donc, so here, we're going to look at how you say the word it in French, right? So, I think we looked at this a video or two ago. Il y a une ou deux vidéos, je crois. So, here we have a whole sentence. In fact, it's a question. It's got a point d'interrogation ici, a question mark. And then we've got another question. So, at the beginning we've got, well, let's just read it together. Le train part à quelle heure? Le train part à quelle heure? Le train part à quelle heure? So, the train part, this is an IRE verb. I think it's, yeah, it's an IRE verb here. And it means to leave or to depart. So, the train departs or leaves at what time? À quelle heure? So, we want to answer this. We've got a time here, so this is actually a response. We want to answer this without repeating le train. Le train part à 10 heures. The train leaves at 10 o'clock, 10 heures. Instead, we're just going to say it, okay? It leaves. Now, because we've got le train, the train, we can see from that word le that the word train, which looks exactly the same in French, is masculine noun because it's got le. So, because we know that it's masculine, it's le train, when we refer to it, the train, we're going to say il. 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 It looks like we're saying he. He leaves at 10 o'clock or 10 hours. But we're actually referring to the train. So in English we would say it. Il part à 10 heures. Okay? So that's the way that you say it for something that's masculine and singular. Ici, okay, ici, en fait c'est pareil. It's the same, this one, because we're talking about le garçon. Le garçon, the boy. Le garçon joue de la guitare. The boy plays guitar, or some guitar. So he's playing guitar. So in the sentence underneath, we're not actually saying it plays guitar, because we're talking about the boy. So in English we would say he plays guitar. But we're referring to this garçon, which is just like train, it's le garçon, the boy. Le train, the train. It's a masculine noun. Okay? So, il joue de la guitare. He, or it, if you like, he is playing guitar. So let's get down a little bit, un peu plus bas, comme ça, bas, down, or low, lower. Les maisons, ooh, this is a plural one. Les maisons à gauche, the houses on the left, ont les jardins. Let me see if you can, oh, we can see from that. Just zoom in un peu, plus, oui, comme ça. Les maisons à gauche, the left, ont les jardins. Right, so what's this ont? That is from the verb avoir. It means to have, and it's in the they form. Ils or elles ont. They have. And we're talking about les maisons. Now, and les jardins, what's les jardins? Another plural noun here. Gardens, okay? Les maisons à gauche ont les jardins. The houses on the left have gardens, okay? And then we've got another sentence which is a shorter form of this. So we're avoiding repeating les maisons. So instead of saying les maisons, we need to say they. They have gardens. So we need to know the gender of this word maison. Okay? It's la maison. One house, the house. la maison. So in the plural, it's still feminine, doesn't change the gender, and it's going to be, what's the word for, first of all, what's the word for she? If we were talking about la maison, the house has a garden. La maison, elle would mean she. If we were saying the house has a garden, elle a un jardin. The house, elle a un jardin. It has a garden. But we're talking about the houses, so we just put an S on the end. It's pronounced exactly the same as the word for she. So this actually means they, but it's referring to the houses. Elles ont les jardins. They have gardens. Right? Okay, let's look at this last one. La dernière phrase. I hope you can see that. So this says, la souris, the mouse, mange le fromage. Mange le fromage. La souris mange le fromage. In my experience, mice don't eat cheese. I used to have a pet mouse. I tried feeding it cheese. It didn't eat the cheese. So there I referred to the mouse, which I had already mentioned, as it. It did not eat the cheese. So here we're going to replace la souris. La souris. So the word for mouse, souris, is feminine. La. So we're going to say it eats, or it's eating, the cheese. Okay, so it's going to be elle. Elle. Never normally write upside down like that. Elle mange le fromage. Pourquoi c'est elle? Why is it elle? Well, it's because la souris is a feminine noun, and la is the little clue. So the word it, when you're talking about one thing, you have to know the let me zoom out so I don't have to crouch down like that. When you're talking about the gender, sorry, you want to say it, and you're talking about something, you need to know the gender of the thing you're talking about. So yes, it's important to sort of remember the gender of a few things. So that's how you do it. Il or elle. All right. Now let's see what's next on my list. Ah oui. Ah oui. Compter à 100. In fact, it's the numbers from more or less 50 up to 100, or any numbers past 50, because we looked at those before, didn't we? So let's have a look. You should have, or you will have, if you came to my class, a handout that looks like this, comme ça, okay? D'accord? With 10 numbers, 51 upwards. I'm sorry if I sneeze, or I've got a runny nose. I have to blow my nose, but it's just I'm not actually doing too badly. I've been a lot worse. Alors, donc, pour commencer, to start with, let's look at 51. So, you'd need to know what 50 was. Move us a wee bit out of there. Quel stylo? Le noir, le vert ou le rouge? I think what will help me decide this is which one is the clearest to see on the board. Alors, ça c'est assez bien. Okay, that's quite good, that one. I'm going to zoom in as well. I'm so sorry about all the sniffing and stuff, but I really haven't been in a good way this last week, about the last 5 days, so I'm just happy I'm getting to do the video now. Alors, 50. Comme ça. 50. 50. That's 50. 5. So you've got the word 5 in it. 50. 50. So 51. Just like all the ones before, 31, 41, 21. 50 et 1. That's the way you say 51. 50 and 1. Oui? Assez simple. Quite simple. So this goes 51, 52. Le choix jaune, yellow tissue, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and then we get to 60. So you need to know the word for 60, which I have written on your sheet. 60. 60. Let's see if you can see it from there. Oui, ici, c'est moi. Let me see if I can get my pen near it. Là, je crois, 60. Okay, I think that was the right thing. 60. So, nice and easy. 50, 51, 52, 53, blah, 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 blah. Get up to 60. Then what happens is 60? It continues. So, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 69. And then we get to 70. Something happens here. So there isn't really a word for, like a separate word for 70, which links to the number set. Okay, like we've had something that's sort of familiar in each 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. What happens when we get to 70 is this. Okay, so let's use the black pen for now. 60, 10, 10. Vous voyez qu'ici va 70. Zoom in a little. Wait, 70. So we get 60, 10. I think I'm going to sneeze in a moment. Just thought I'd give you some warning. 70 means 60, 10. So, what happens from 70, which is 70, up to 79 is this. 71, 60, 11, 72, 60, 12, 72. I get confused with these, okay, so forgive me if I make a mistake. 73. You see where this is going? So you've basically got 60, 10, 60, 11, 60, 12, 60, 13, 60, let me have a look. You can have a look at I think I'll put this number sheet or the two number sheets on my website so anyone who didn't come to my lessons can see this for reference, print it off, etc. So we've got 73, 74, so that's 74, but it literally is 60, 14. 75, 76, 60, what happens then? 17. Okay, so it switches, 77, 78, 79, I'll just start with that one because I'm on it now, 79, okay, so that would be 79, then something even crazier happens. So, when we get to 80, this is what happens. Regardez. Just clear the board. So we had 71, 12, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. Then we go to 80. 80. Now I can hear an echo in here and I've just realised that it's my guitar. So I'm going to move my guitar out of the room because I don't want it echoing every time I talk. Excusez-moi. Sorry about that dead air, people. So hopefully you've had a little look at that while I was away. 80. 80. So what's happening here? We get to 80 and suddenly 80 is 4 20s. Obviously, c'est clair. So, if we want to say 81, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 87, excusez-moi, 86, 87, 88, 88, 89 et 80. What happens then? 90. Regardez la feuille, so you look at the sheet. Same thing happens here as happens when you get to 70. So, we'll have 80, Yeah, I know it's confusing. 80. Oh, excusez-moi. 90. 90. 4 20s. 10. 4 20s. 80. And 10. Well, it's 90. 91. 91. 92. Oh, it's hard to write this out. 92. 92. 93. 84. I made a mistake there. 93, 94, so that's 94. 4, 20, 14. 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 99, 99, and then we get to 100, which is 100. 100. Okay, you'll recognize that from lots of words, kind of Latin type words. 100. C'est difficile à voir. It's difficult to see that. I'll write it in green here. 100. Big green letters. Vous voyez? Yeah, you can see that? Get rid of that one. 100. So you don't have to say 100 like 100. You just say 100. What if you wanted to say 101? 101. What if you wanted to say 110? 110. Nice and easy, isn't it? 150? 100. Qu'est-ce que c'est? 50 en français. 50, oui. 150. So you basically place the number after the previous number. 150. C'est simple. What about 180? 180. Let's do that because we need to know 80, don't we? So 180. 104. 20s. Okay, c'est bien. So what I did was a little bit of testing of numbers. In fact, I'll do that now. In fact, I'll use this. I'll say a number. And I'll see if you can understand what it was. And then I'll go back to the numbers over 100. So, let's have a look. Okay, I got one. I got one. So, écoutez. If you like, you can write it down. Écrivez la réponse. So, 79. 79. I'll write down the actual word. 19. 70. Oh, I didn't quite fit it on. Silly me. Gives you more time to think about it. 79. So 60 plus 19, if you want to think of it that way. 79. Alors, voilà. 79. 79. So we've got 60, 60, and then 19. So 19 on its own would be 19. So think of it like 60 plus 19 equals 79. Je sais, ce n'est pas facile. I know it's not easy. Alors, c'est bien. Another one. Un autre. Ah oui, plus difficile. I'll make it really difficult now. Ok. 80. 10. 90. Ok, regardez. 90. 4 20s and 10. That means 80 plus 10, which is 90. Oui, c'est difficile. Okay, 2 more, I think. 2 more. So let's have a look. A new number. Écoutez bien, laissez-moi. 200. 291. 11. Alors, qu'est-ce que c'est? What is it? 291. Okay. It's a big number. 200, 200, 80, so that's 80, 11. Okay, so 280 plus 11, 291. Okay, c'est bien. I hope I don't make a mistake here, because I'm more of a words girl rather than numbers, so let's have a look. Something else. Okay. Alors, un autre, 500. Yeah, you with me? 500. Okay, I got it. 599. 599. 19. 599. Okay, let me just write the number up here. 99, oui, just checking it's okay. Alors, regardez. That should be correct. 500, 500, 80, so that's 80, and then 19. So 580 plus 19, 599. So that's the way I work it out, although I find numbers very difficult, so don't worry if you have to think about it. Alors, c'est bien. So 500, you just put the number 5 in front of the 100. So, for example, 501, 501. So what happens if you get up to 1,000? So 1,000 is 1000. 1000. For example, at the beginning of the class, I think I gave you the date. So it's c'est le 29 mars 2018. 2018. 1000. 1000. Yeah. 2000. 2000. 2018. 2018. So you don't need to say and, just 2018. 2018. Someone had a good question about this. Do they say, for example, like we do in English, 2018, like 2018? I don't think so. You need to stick with 2018. Yeah, 2018. So, I guess while I'm at it, I could tell you what a million is. Just check the number of L's in that. So, 1 million. 1 million. 1 million. 1 million. Million. 1000. So, it's funny actually, for a million you say a million, but you don't say 1,000, you just say 1,000. Okay? So, 1000 looks like million, but it's actually 1,000. Okay? So, yeah. So that's numbers, guys. I mean, I would say test each other if you came to my lessons in pairs, or if you've got someone else you're learning with. Look at this sheet. I think I'll post it on my website, and when I get a chance I'll link it to the video. It might not be this evening, but you can always practice saying the numbers and see if someone can understand by writing them on notepad or something, or it might be worth you investing in one of these little whiteboards. I've got this one, these ones in Wilkinson. They're not very expensive. And they're magnetic, which is cool because you can just put them on the board, take them off. I'm all about magnets. So let's have a look. We're 34 minutes in. So let's go back to the lesson plan that we had. So we had the number with a game with squares. Choisissez les carrés. Choose the squares. Excuse me. Missing words. What was the missing words one? Oh yeah, how you say it. So il and elle. Yeah, so then what we had is a questionnaire. Let me see. I'm not going to go through that whole questionnaire now because it's il y a 4 pages de questions. Alors, ici, so I'll put it here. Just to show you, and basically to give you a chance to understand how much you have actually taken in and learnt in the last 10 weeks. So, voici le questionnaire. There's the questionnaire. Got things like, so I give you the instructions in French. Lisez les questions, read the questions, et répondez en français. Respond in French. utilisez les documents que vous avez déjà, so use the documents that you already have from our classes, ou un dictionnaire or a dictionary, or you can use word reference, pour vous aider, to help you. S'il y a plusieurs questions, if there are, do you remember il y a, there are, or there is, s'il y a, if there is or there are, plusieurs options, if there are several options, choisissez et complétez la réponse qui vous applique. Okay, so if there are several options, choose and complete the response or responses which apply to you. So we've got things like, are you a man or a woman? Comment vous appelez-vous? And so sometimes I've got fill in the blanks that you have to fill in, and sometimes it seems quite obvious like what the word is, but it's really to help you understand like word order. Soulignez les mots qui vous décrivent, so underline the words that describe you. So we've got things like optimiste, triste, sad, strict, égocentrique, they're quite negative ones, etc. Vous avez des enfants ou avez-vous les enfants? So basically ways of forming questions. We've got some with question words, like il y a combien de personnes chez vous? There are how many people? Combien de? Plus a noun. Combien de personnes? How many people? Chez vous? At your house, or at your place. So we went through there. We've also got some questions using verbs and inversions. So parlez-vous français? Ou parlez-vous anglais? Parlez-vous gallois? Oui, je parle gallois. Non, je ne parle pas gallois. So let me show you a few of these. So there's things there to help you understand which parts of the sentence are missing if you're saying a negative sentence, etc. Okay, so then we've got some topical stuff so that you know how to say what someone is called. So, comment il s'appelle? L'homme à droite. How's he called? What's his name? The man on the right. Il s'appelle Jeremy Corbyn. Try and get some topical people in there, you see. Comment elle s'appelle la femme à gauche? Elle s'appelle Hillary. Okay, so then we've got to choose whether it's le, la, L apostrophe or les. So you just go through and you look at whether you know the word, or look it up in the dictionary if you don't know the gender. The ones that start with a vowel, always going to have L apostrophe, unless they're plural. All plural words will have les, les in front of them. Got some anagrams here, colours, so that you can recognise the names of colours and also how they're spelt. So anagrams are always good for practising like the spelling of words, but really it's more important that you recognise how you say those words or what the words are in case you need them, because this is more about you learning how to say things, you know. But if you can read well, if you can read these kind of exercises and practice by writing things out, basically all the different skills that you have in these classes will be useful: reading, writing, listening, speaking. Quelle heure est-il? So I've got some times written in number form, and then you just answer what time it is in the full written French. And then we've got a little text here that you can read through, and I've got comprehension questions. So, comment il s'appelle la personne qui écrit le texte? What's he called, the guy who wrote the text? Il est français ou anglais? Tell me. Qu'est-ce qu'il aime? So, what's he like? Oh, he likes blah blah blah. So you have to be able to understand the short text to be able to answer the questions. And in these questions, there are some useful ways of posing a question, as well as answering with verbs that you recognise, like il aime, il n'aime pas, he likes, he doesn't like, etc. Donc il y a 4 pages de questions, 4 pages of questions, and hopefully you'll realise how much you've actually learnt in these last 10 weeks. So that was that. Alors, then we did a photo opportunity. So I've actually got a lovely picture on my phone. Let's see if I can find it, which I took of all the people who managed to get to the class. So there were a few people who were ill, but excuse me, we did have a nice photo. So I'll just show you that photo if I can find it. Alors, je vais trouver la photo. I happen to have taken lots of pictures in the last few days. Okay, I'll try and find it. Ah oui, c'est là. So I'll just show you this. I'm so proud of you all. Les étudiants avec le drapeau français. Regardez ça. Mes étudiants, I'm going to miss you guys. But that was a lovely photo. So we took photos and then we played a game which kind of lasted for probably about 20 minutes. So that game, en français, le jeu s'appelle morpion. Morpion. So that is the French word for what we would call noughts and crosses. So I've prepared a version similar to what we played, not the same questions exactly, but more or less the same thing to help you understand. And students, if you are learning together with someone else or if you're a teacher, I think this is quite a good game to play. So, regardez le tableau, look at the board. Over the last few weeks, I was introducing verbs to you. So common verbs, they have to be common because you want to be able to use them here and understand them. So here we have some infinitive verbs which actually everyone recognises, so bravo. And in the previous weeks I've given you the like a page of several verbs that are common but irregular, right? As well as, I think a few weeks ago, the ways that you conjugate common verbs, regular verbs. But these are some of the ones which I call rogue verbs, irregular ones. So they don't follow the same patterns as all the other regular verbs like aimer, passer, parler, choisir, etc. So let's have a look at these. We've got savoir, which means to know, être, which means to be, faire, which means two things in English, to do or to make. Can you read that there? Let me zoom in a little bit. Alors, oui, comme ça. Pouvoir, useful verb this, it means to be able to do something. We would translate it as can. I can. Can you help me? Pouvez-vous? Je peux. Je ne peux pas. I can, I can't. Avoir, so this is one, like être, this is an auxiliary verb. You'll see these everywhere. Really useful when you're using compound tenses, like the past tense. You'll need these two to be able to form past tenses as well as other tenses. So we've just been looking at the present tense for now. Avoir, to have, also like when we say have you got something, do you have, you use that verb. Avez-vous, do you have you got. Aller, this is a useful one, it means to go, alright? We've got that same one there. Pouvoir again, so that's to be able to do something, or can. Vouloir, right? Vouloir is to want. So, voulez-vous, do you want? Like, there's two famous songs. Voulez-vous, well, there's the one that goes, Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? I think that's Lady Marmalade. And then the other one is, Voulez-vous, the ABBA song, la chanson d'ABBA. So that means want. Voulez-vous, do you want? Je veux, I want. Je ne veux pas, I do not want, I don't want. So I divided you actually into three teams, trois équipes, and each team had a symbol. We're not going to play this properly because there's only one of me, but I think we had les triangles, triangles, we had les cercles, circles, and then we also had les croix, crosses, les croix. So, I think there were two people in every team. What happened is, someone went first, les triangles, par exemple, and you choose a verb. So you have to recognise the verb and what it means. And the aim of the game is to get three in a line. It could be diagonally, straight down, or it could be across. So someone did actually end up winning. And what you do is you choose, par exemple, être. Donc, en haut, at the top, au centre, in the middle. Être. What does it mean? To be. Okay? This is what happens. Ici, j'ai une réponse. Here I have an answer for something. And you had to tell me what the question might be using the verb être in the vous form. It's quite a tough game, this. So, what you could do is you could refer back to your verb conjugations, unless you know it already, and you would find how you say, well, if this means to be, je suis, vous êtes, il est, elle est, etc., then this is the answer. Je ne suis pas américain. Non, je ne suis pas américain. Je suis britannique. So, no, I am not. Je ne suis pas américain. I'm not American. Je suis britannique. I'm British. So that's the answer. What's the question? The question here is probably going to be, are you American? Using that verb in the vous form. Êtes-vous américain? So, quite a lot to think about here. Choisissez un carré, choose a square. Tell me what the verb means. Lisez la réponse, read the response, et ensemble, avec votre partenaire, with your partner together, decide what that means and decide what the question would be. Then, donnez-moi la question en français. Êtes-vous américain? Êtes-vous américain? So let's just go through them all. Let's go over here. À droite, excusez-moi, à gauche, en haut, à gauche, at the top, on the left. Alors, savoir means to know. So let's have a look at what's written here. This is the response. Non, je ne sais pas à quelle heure part le train. Well, we've seen this similarly, haven't we, on the page before. Je ne sais pas, I do not know at what time parts the train. So I don't know what time the train leaves. Non, je ne sais pas. Je ne sais pas, I don't know at what time leaves the train. So what's the question using the verb savoir? Remember, all these questions are in the vous form. Because if you're asking questions in France, you'll be asking in the vous form, the polite form. Whether you're asking one person or several. So, savoir in the vous form is savez. Savez. I could write the question on here so you can actually see how it's written. Quelle couleur? Bleu, je crois. Blue. Savez-vous? Do you know? Savez-vous? Blah, blah, blah. So in these questions, I've kind of given you clues because in the answers here are all the words that you need for the question. You just need to conjugate the verb in the vous form to get the question started. So, savez-vous à quelle heure part le train? Do you know at what time the train leaves? Non, je ne sais pas à quelle heure part le train. No, I don't know what time the train leaves. Alors, ici, faire. So that means to do or to make. Voici la réponse. That's the response. Oui. Yes. Nous. You see that okay? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise that was... I didn't realise, guys, that wasn't actually high enough. That's not much help for you, is it? Je suis désolée. Let's just go back so you can actually see that. Yes. Alors, sorry about that, guys. Non, je ne sais pas à quelle heure part le train. I don't know what time the train leaves. Non, je ne suis pas américain. Je suis britannique. No, I'm not American, I'm British. British governor. So here's the one we're on, from the verb faire. Even if you couldn't see the board then, hopefully you could understand more or less what I was saying. That's good listening exercise. So we've got faire, means to do or to make. And the response, oui, nous faisons les devoirs ce soir. So we've got a lot of words that kind of rhyme there, haven't we? Oui, nous faisons, so nous means we. Nous faisons, so that's the we form of the verb to do. We are doing les devoirs. This is something I give you every week, homework. Oui, nous faisons les devoirs ce soir, this evening. So the answer is yes, we're doing homework, or the homework this evening. Quelle est la question? What's the question? So I guess the question would be, are you doing? In that question, are you doing, you don't need to translate the are bit. You just use the verb faire. And then you invert it. Like this. Faites-vous. Faites-vous les devoirs ce soir? Are you doing the homework this evening? Faites-vous les devoirs ce soir? The answer, oui, nous faisons les devoirs ce soir. Yes, we're doing the homework this evening. Get the picture? Alors, on continue. Let's continue. Sorry about all the noise. Alors, pouvoir. So what does that mean, pouvoir? It means to be able to do something. This is the answer. Oui, je peux compter à 50. That's a familiar number, isn't it? En français. Oui, je peux. Oui, je peux compter. Yes, I can. Oh, we've got another verb here. So, with this verb pouvoir, when it's conjugated, you can follow it by another infinitive verb. I can count. I can drive. I can, I don't know, do a cartwheel. Oui, je peux compter à 50 en français. Yes, I can count to 50. Up to 50 in French. So what's the question then? Quite a specific question. Using the verb pouvoir in the vous form, which is pouvez, pouvez-vous? So for every question, actually, there's several ways you can ask. You could either ask for this one, pouvez-vous? Can you? Pouvez-vous compter à 50 en français? Oui, je peux. Non, je ne peux pas. Or you could ask, vous pouvez, blah, 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 blah. So the two versions here, this is the difference. Basically, putting pouvez before the vous tells someone instantly that you're asking them a question. Pouvez-vous compter? Oui, je peux compter. If you start the question with vous and then pouvez, you need to use your intonation at the end of the sentence to tell them it's a question you're asking. Vous pouvez compter à 50 en français? Okay. Otherwise, if you say it like this, vous pouvez compter à 50 en français. No intonation variation. Kind of sounds like a statement. Very deadpan statement, but use your intonation or invert the verb and the pronoun. Okay. Pouvez-vous? Savez-vous? Êtes-vous? Faites-vous? Etc. Alors, la prochaine, next one, le prochain, I should say, le prochain carré, avoir, to have. Here's your response. Non, je n'ai pas de voiture. So that's the answer. What's the question? What does it mean? Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire, ça? What does it mean, all of that? No, I do not have a car. Je n'ai pas de voiture. When you see avoir in the negative, conjugated here in the negative, in the je form, je n'ai pas, like I don't have something, you would always follow it by de. Je n'ai pas de maison. C'est triste. I don't have a house. Je n'ai pas d'argent. I don't have any money. I have no money. Je n'ai pas de voiture. I have no car. I don't have a car, basically. So that de will come after je n'ai pas, or any form of avoir in the negative when you're talking about something you don't have. So I don't have a car is the answer. Quelle est la question? Avez-vous? Do you have? Really useful, that one. If you remember nothing else, remember this. Avez-vous une voiture? So you need to know that voiture is means car, and that it's a feminine noun. Une voiture. Avez-vous une voiture? Alors, allez, ici, allez, let's go to this one, which also means to go. So let's have the response. The response is oui, so it's an affirmative one, it's positive. Oui, je vais en France. Oui, je vais en France. En juin. En juin. That's a month. June. Oui, je vais en France en juin. Yes, I am going. Je vais, or I go. Je vais en France. I'm going to France in June. So whenever you're saying you're going to France, you will always use this phrase en France. Maintenant, je suis en France. Now I am in France. Je vais en France. I'm going to France. So, en France. Ok. Donc, what's the question then? Quelle est la question? Je vais, I'm going. We need the are you going. Allez, vous. So you could refer to a verb table book or the conjugations on the sheets that I've given you, and you'll find the vous form of aller is aller with an EZ on the end. Allez-vous is a question. Allez-vous en France? You could make that sentence more specific. Par exemple, allez-vous en France cette année? Are you going to France this year, cette année? Oui, je vais en France en juin. Oui, je vais en France en septembre. Non, je ne vais pas en France cette année, for example. Alors, we have, right, we've got 55 minutes clock, so let's try and do these fast and wrap it up. So, alors, ici, vouloir. Là, à gauche, en bas, à gauche. On the bottom, on the left. Vouloir means to want. Oh, crikey. To want. So here's the response. Oui, je veux aller. Tout près comme ça. I know it's a bit fuzzy, but hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. Oui, je veux aller au cinéma avec vous. That's nice, isn't it? Yes, I want to go, aller, au cinéma, to the cinema, avec vous, with you. That could be with you guys or with just one person in the polite vous form, singular. So, what do you think the question is? Remember, the verb is vouloir, so the question has to be formed with the verb vouloir in the vous form. Like the song, oh, excuse-moi. Voulez-vous, voulez-vous, voulez-vous aller au cinéma avec moi? Would you like to come to the cinema with me? Oui, je vais aller au cinéma avec vous. Yes, I would. Or it could be saying with us. Voulez-vous aller au ciné? Ciné is like a short form of saying cinema. It's just without the ma. Very common. Au ciné avec nous. Voulez-vous aller au ciné avec nous? Do you want to go to the cinema with us? Avec nous. So nous can mean we, but it can also mean us. So that's very helpful, isn't it? Alors, ici, pouvoir. Pouvoir, what does it mean? To be able to or can. Voici la réponse. Here's the response. Oui, je peux parler plus lentement. So this is one we actually had in the class. Why is that so fuzzy? Oui, je peux parler plus lentement. So here we've got the verb pouvoir plus an infinitive verb. That's really handy. Yes, I can speak. Plus lentement, more slowly. So this is a useful question to know how to ask. So let's zoom out a bit. So, yes, I can speak more slowly. I can speak slower, basically. So, the question you would ask would basically be, can you speak more slowly, please? The pouvoir, in the vous form. Pouvez-vous? Let me write the whole sentence out, actually. I forgot to do that whole question. I forgot to do that for all of them. Pouvez-vous parler plus lentement? So this is one that's useful, guys, if you're trying to understand someone, but they're going too fast. Memorize this question. It's very polite. Pouvez-vous parler plus lentement, s'il vous plaît? Pouvez-vous parler plus lentement, s'il vous plaît? Yeah? Or if you are struggling to remember it, you can just say it slowly yourself. Pouvez-vous parler plus lentement? S'il vous plaît, lentement, slowly. Alors c'est bien, et le dernier, ok, le dernier ici. Ici à droite, en bas, au coin, in the corner. Au coin, à droite, in the corner on the right. Aller, so it means to go. Made a mess of that, didn't I? Alors, la réponse, the answer is non. Nous n'allons pas à la fête samedi. Okay, so we've got to zoom in again. Non, nous n'allons pas à la fête samedi. This is in the we form of the verb aller, to go. Aller. And it's a negative answer. No. Non, nous n'allons pas. No, we are not going. À la fête, to the party. Samedi. Samedi. So, no, we're not going to the party on Saturday. So you don't have to say on Saturday, you can just say the day of the week and it'll be inferred that you mean on Saturday. So what's the question then? Are you going to the party on Saturday? Très bien. So what was the verb aller in the vous form? Do you remember? Really useful. Aller sounds exactly the same actually, so it's like this. A, L, L, E, Z. Allez-vous? Are you going? Allez-vous à la fête? You going to the party? Allez-vous à la fête samedi? Oui, je vais à la fête. Yes, I am going. Or here we've got it, the answer in the new form. Nous allons. Oui, nous allons. Yes, we're going. Non. Nous n'allons pas à la fête. No, we're not going. Nous n'allons pas. Okay, c'est bien, guys. We're nearly finished. So, I've just realised I've got a coffee over here, which is, I'm going to need that actually to wet my whistle. Keep me awake. Parce que quelle heure est-il maintenant? Ouh. Il est 11h du soir. It's 11 in the evening. How do we say that in the 24-hour clock? Il est 23h. Oui, il est 23h. Jeudi soir. Et oui, ça va. So guys, that was quite a good exercise, and I've got to say it's always very sad to end classes with people, and you've been such a great group. Thank you so much for your time and attention. And Robin, I've got to say I mentioned to you because you managed to get there every week, so une étoile, a star for you. So I'm hoping to do a second course. Starting to get a bit drippy nose now. I'm hoping to do a second course. It'll probably, if I can get enough interest and it's profitable enough to set the course up, I'll aim to do it sometime in May. I'm going to take a few weeks to get some work finished in my property here, so my schedule's quite busy until sort of more or less the end of April anyway. I will be doing some teaching during that time, so if you want a one-to-one lesson, then you know how to get in touch. For anyone else who didn't come to the classes but would be interested, then you can go to my website to find out how to contact me. So it's morelanguagesolutions.com. That's Moore, which is my surname, mon nom. Morelanguagesolutions.com. .com. Okay, so I'll keep you informed. Those who would already have already told me that you'd like to come back for our next course. And in the meantime, I just want to say you've done really, really well. Look back to the sheet I sent you when you paid for your course, and it will list all the things that we've studied, and you will realise just how much you have progressed in the period of 10 weeks. So I'm really, really proud of you. Je suis très fière de vous. Merci beaucoup, et I think that's all I've got to say. I'll be in touch, guys. Have a really great evening. Bonne semaine. Have a good week. Ciao. Salut.